Good morning, FlossTube. This is Robin. Thank you for visiting me here on my channel, Lady Robins. And I'm also Lady Robins on Instagram, so you can follow me two places if you're interested. Thank you for stopping in. Today is Tuesday. It is the 2nd of February. 2nd of February already, which is giving me a little bit of anxiety because my mom's birthday is on Friday and I have not figured out what I want to do for mom for her birthday. Probably a birthday dinner, of course. Those are traditional around our family. We always like to gather for the birthday dinner, and she's a big lover of chocolate, so I'm probably gonna figure out what kind of chocolate to get her, which is great that her birthday's on the 5th because all of the fancy chocolate is out for Valentine's Day. So I can usually find a really fun chocolate for mom. So I need to go shopping for chocolate. Poor me, right? That sounds like a terrible task to have to go shop for chocolate. Hey, in case you're new here, welcome. I am thrilled to have new subscribers or even new viewers. Even if you're just stopping in to see what this is all about, welcome. I am really glad you're here. And to my returning subscribers, welcome back. Thank you for sticking with me. I appreciate all of you. I love responding to your comments, and I just have the best time doing these videos and making a bit of a connection with all of you. So thank you for all of you for being here. In case you're new here and you're wondering what this is all about, my channel is about cross stitch, which means it's a FlossTube channel. So I am going to talk about all things stitchy today, talk about what I stitched, what I'm planning on stitching, do a little recap on how my January stitching went, and yeah, we'll just talk about the stitching today. I have, of course, one of my Starbucks You Are Here mugs. Today we are at the Pike Place Market. Yeah, this was a pretty exclusive mug. You could only buy it at the Starbucks that's down at the Pike Place Market. You couldn't get it at any other location. So when I started collecting these, my husband and son and I had to go down to the Pike Place Market and stand in a line and get our mug, and it was super fun. We did it, I think it was probably around Christmas time, so the lines were super long. That's okay though. I was willing to stand there until I got my mug. Nothing interesting in the mug today. It is brewed coffee, a little half and half in there. That's what I'm drinking. I don't know if you can hear the noise. You can probably hear my dog. The neighbors right next door to me, they have a landscaper that comes on Tuesday, and I think that's the landscaper truck pulling up out front, and the tailgates are slamming down. So I apologize if you're hearing extra noise in the background, but they're really nice guys. In fact, they're the same people that do the yard work for my parents, and when I get to the point where I can't or won't do yard work, I'm hiring those same guys. They're fabulous. I love those men. And at some point they'll probably wave at me and I'll wave back. They're just great. It's a husband and, or not, it's a father and son team, and they are fabulous. Okay, enough of that, right? Let's get to the stitching. One of the things that I found this month, this is my first month doing WhipGo, is WhipGo kept me really organized in my stitching, even though I only had 2 focus pieces to work on. It gave me enough structure that I got a ton of stitching done in January, and so I wanted to do a January recap with you because I'm just thrilled with how much stuff I was able to accomplish. So I have got this page. This is from oh my gosh, Quirks and Stitches. She does a planner every year. This is one of her pages from the planner that I printed out. And so I just marked in each date what I stitched on. And if it was, if I did something like a finish, you can see finish. If I did a new start, there's a start up there. I was really able to keep track of all of the things that I accomplished. So I thought it would be fun to recap my month. All right. The two numbers, well, actually they called 3 numbers in January. There were 3 spaces called number 6, number 13, and number 18. So number 6 for me was Cozy into Winter by Jeanette Douglas. And I was able to get a finish on this piece because of Whip Go. So, oh, flashed my back. Well, that's okay, right? Show us your back, right? There's my back. Anyway, I had put on my board that I wanted a finish on Cozy into Winter, and I got it. And that made me so happy. Let's see here. So one of the things I did was I kept track of how many days I stitched on each piece that I worked on during the month. And to get myself a finish, an FO, a finished object, I ended up doing 5 days of stitching. 5 days was enough for me to finish that guy off. So now I need to do the fully finished part of the project, but I have a finish on Cozy into Winter. Cool, right? For the next square, number 13, 13's right in the middle of your Whip Go board, and if you wanted, you could just leave it blank. I have been dying to start Huckleberry Farm by the Blue Flower by Janine McGowan. And so that's what I put down on my board for number 13 was a start on Huckleberry Farm. And I'm just unrolling it. So I'm a left top starter, so 3 down and 3 in. But there is my start on Huckleberry Farm. And this fabric is fantastic. This is by Bestitch Me, Brandy at Bestitch Me Fabrics. And this was a custom die. I told her what I wanted. I sent her a picture of the chart. She was able to completely match what was on the chart. I love it. And I think she calls this fabric Huckleberry. So anyway, on Huckleberry Farm, this was my start, and I did 2 days of stitching on this one. And I'm looking for my notes. I'm pretty sure, yeah, this is 36 count, and I'm doing it 1/2. So, you know, 1 strand of floss over 2 linen threads, and it is stitching up super cute. I plan on getting a little more work done on this guy in February. Oops, that's the way. Can you see how fabulous her fabric is? I'm also a member of Brandy's Fabric of the Month Club. I get a 32 count fabric every month, and I'm in her neutral club, but I'm thinking of maybe switching, and I think I've been in the club maybe a year, maybe 10 months, and switching it to 36 count and maybe go to her bright for a few months. You know, get your stash, get a little variety in your stash. So Brandy, if you're watching, I'm thinking of sending you an instant message to do a little change on my fabric. Anyway, so that was number 13 on my Whip Go board. I have it on my computer, so I keep looking over here. So that was the second Whip Go that I did. And then the third one, number 18, Cinnamon Stars by Plum Street. So there's your pattern. And on this, I am doing it on a 32 count. And is that right? Is it 32 or I'm doing 36 on this one? Nope, it is 32. 32, and I'm doing it 2/2. This is on an R&R linen in the color apple brown. So anyway, here's my Cinnamon Stars. So when I started, I had the barest start on the picket fence, and I think I had all the pumpkins in, so I was able to get the scarecrow, all of the stalks for the cornflower, and most of the stalks for the sunflowers is where I'm at. The other thing I was thinking, you guys, is I should take a picture at the beginning of the month before I start my pieces, so I can put in, you know, a beginning picture and then a finishing picture. So I'm going to do that for February. I've already worked on what's been called for February. I'll tell you about that in a minute. But those were the 3 that were called in January. And so I got lots of progress. I am super stoked about WhipGo. And in case you are unfamiliar with WhipGo, if this is new to you, it's a Facebook group by Jessie Marie, and she came up with the idea. And you know, basically it's a bingo board. It's a 25 squares, 5 by 5, and she calls 2 numbers a month, and whatever you have put in that square, you get to decide what's going in your WhipGo squares. That's what your focus is for the month, and you get to decide again how you want to focus on that piece. Most of mine I have put in, I just want to do 5 days of stitching on the piece, and that gives me plenty of time to work on other things throughout the month, but it really kind of, you know, gives me a target for my stitching. And then things just kind of, you know, popped up after that. Okay, so those were my WhipGo calls for January. So that was fun. Beyond that, though, what else did I stitch on in January? I wrote down a recap of what I stitched on. You guys, I stitched on 11 different pieces in January. So beyond Cinnamon Stars, Huckleberry Farm, and Cozy into Winter, I also stitched on, and these are, you know, if you've been with me, you've seen these already, but I also stitched and finished the Christmas Carol Sal by a Stitching Book Club. So that was another fun finish. I finished up our April Snowflower Diaries. These are free. I told you all about that last week. If you want to know how to get these, go watch my last FlossTube. So April Snowflower Diaries was also stitched on. And then the other things that I stitched on Land That I Love, the Yummy Teresa Kogut sampler, and let's see, this is a big old piece of fabric. So there is my progress on Land That I Love. And what else, you guys? I'm telling you, 11 pieces is quite a few pieces. I was actually surprised it turned out to be that many. But what I did on the weekends is I did kind of look through my whips behind me in my bookcase, and I went for larger pieces, and then I tried to focus on a bigger piece on Saturday and Sunday. So that's why you're seeing a lot of my big pieces. Okay, so I did that. Oh, and then I had a second new start in January. I started Plum Street's Good Company, and this is an exclusive to Acorns and Threads in Portland, Oregon. So if you need this, contact Acorns and Threads. They would be happy to send it to you. So I started that guy, and then I am also stitching this on a 36 count vintage country mocha. So that is my start on that. And I am selling this with Annie Joy-Filled Stitcher, and I had thought our hashtag would be Good Company Sal. It turns out somebody else is using it. There's another pattern also called Good Company, so I didn't want to horn in on that hashtag. So I thought what we should do is Good Company PS Sal. So Good Company, you know, PS like Plum Street, Sal. Good Company PS Sal for this guy. Yeah. So that was my other new start in January, and this one is also stitched 1/2, so it's you know, stitching up pretty quick. What else? Oh, and then the things I've got behind me, these are things that I stitched on this week. So this week's stitching, we have got another, oh, I'm gonna hold this one. I stitched a little bit on my snowman ornament, and this is chart by Lila's Studios. I love her ornaments. I think they are so sweet. And here's where I'm at on my snowman ornament. And I had to make a substitution. So the snowman is outlined in kind of a light ice blue. And can you believe it? I didn't have the DMC that she called for, which is nuts because I feel like I have all the DMCs, but apparently I didn't have that one. So I get the Floss of the Month from Color and Cotton, and this fabulous blue was in my stash of Color and Cotton. This is Carolina Blue, so that is what I have subbed to outline my snowman. And I think it looks fantastic. I really love it. And I just love the feel of stitching with Color and Cotton. It is so soft and smooth. I am so happy that I am part of that monthly thread club. So happy that I did that, because I love having the Color and Cottons available to swap into my stitching. So that's another thing that I stitched. I think I stitched 2 days on the snowman ornament. And of course, when I started, I misread where I was in the chart. So actually, I started, then I frogged, then I started again. So that's why there's not much progress showing on that, because, well, you know, if you set something down and you don't stitch on it for 8 months, yeah, you might just misread where you left off. The other one that I stitched on, this is one of my bigger projects, so I stitched on this one this weekend. I stitched on Cardinal Points, and Cardinal Points' birthday is the 29th of February, and this is part of a Sal that Erin, the 2 Martini Stitcher, is hosting, and it's Long Dog Leap Day Sal is the hashtag. So if you are stitching on a long dog, jump on that hashtag and show us your progress. But anyway, I always like to stitch on this around the 29th of February, or the 29th of every month. And what I got done is this is pretty much page 1 finished. Yeah. So I I had to finish up a few, I'm just calling them maple leaf. I think I had to finish up 2 or 3 of the maple leaves down here, and then I think I got 2 here, and then I still have to do a couple of leaves. But that pretty much completes page number 1 on my long dog cardinal points. So I am thoroughly enjoying stitching on this. Okay, so it's not a complete page finish because I haven't done this outline all the way down. I think I might hold that till the end. I kind of needed to put it in there to help me with my positioning, but you know, that's easy stitching that I can do when sitting in the car with my parents while my mom's getting her hair done. So I'm just gonna hold that to the side because sometimes you need some really easy, I don't have to count stitching. So that'll probably end up on car trips every once in a while. Okay, so that was cardinal points. I did 2 days on cardinal points. And then the last thing that I stitched on this week was on Sunday. I attended the Acorns Gathering at, well, virtually at a Zoom meeting, and we were treated to a wonderful kit by Fromy Ritter. She designed a chart exclusive to the Acorn Gathering, and I stitched on that for, I don't know, 4 hours, something like that. And there is my progress on the Acorn Gathering. I got that in. I got all the cute little acorns filled in, and this is what is this? This is a 32 count. I think they called it Smoky Pearl. Yeah, Smoky Pearl linen. And the cool thing about this is not only is this the exclusive chart for the 2021 Acorn Gathering, also this is the 25th year that Acorns and Threads has been in business. And so on this chart, there are 25 acorns. Very clever, right? I thought that was brilliant. So anyway, again, I think I have 13 acorns stitched up here on the top of the Acorn Gathering. And I'm looking forward to getting this finished up. Yeah, and on the bottom, can you see? You have a choice if you want the face masks on your squirrels, which is pretty silly. I think I'm gonna skip that. I just want to see their cute little faces. Who knows? Maybe I'll stitch one of them and make a scissor fob with their mask on. That would be cute, don't you think? And so anyway, that was the exclusive project that we got from Acorns and Threads for their Acorn Gathering, and their kits are really, really nice. They included the backing fabric, a full skein of DMC so you can make cording to go around your finished piece. They include the mat board and the quilting batting. I mean, it's all in there. Of course, you've got a floss card. So really super nice pattern. And then what was really nice was our designer, Fromy, was there. So she talked to us a little bit about how she got started, showed some upcoming releases. She's got some nice things coming. So that was really nice. And it came in an envelope. It was, you know, it was all packaged up, and they included a free chart by Erica Michaels. Since it's a free one, I don't feel bad, you know, flashing it on the screen to you. And the other thing that was included in our kit was a coaster that says Acorns and Threads on it, and then keeping you in stitches for 25 years. So I've got a really nice laser cut Acorns and Threads coaster. So that was super fun. I enjoyed my time with the Acorns crowd, and it was quite a crowd. Let me tell you, they had 195 people on the Zoom. So that tells you how well attended these virtual Zoom retreats are. It was great. I'm glad I went. All right, let's see here. Okay, so now that we've had a recap. Oh, I was just going to give you a couple more real quick stats here. So over the month of January, I had the 3 new starts. I had 3 FOs, 1 FFO, and I stitched on a total of 11 pieces. And in January, I only had 3 days where I didn't stitch. So there's your January recap and stats in case you're a stat person. Okay, so what is coming up for Whip Go February? Whip Go February, the numbers have been called. It's number 4 and number 20. What, 20? So number 4 on my Whip Go board is Harbor Haven. Yes, I am stoked to work on Harbor Haven. And in fact, I worked on it last night. So here it is. I almost have scene number 1 completed on Harbor Haven, so that means I'll get to move over to scene number 2 this month. Very excited. So last night when I was stitching, I finished this little bit. I finished that, working on that, and then fill in around the tulip, and then it's done. So Harbor Haven, I have put down that I want to stitch 5 days on Harbor Haven. And what's so cute is I pulled this out to work on it, and my husband's like, that's the one I can't wait to see you finish. And I'm like, there's 12 scenes, honey. Patience is a virtue, because this is gonna take me years. I just loved though that he was like, oh, that one. Okay, so that is Whip Go number 4. That's number 4 on my Whip Go board. And then number 20 is one that I definitely want to finish this year. I think it's doable. And it is from the Cricut collection, Playing with Jacks. So, I have been dinking around on this one. This one I started in 2019, so 2 years on this project is a ridiculous long amount of time. So here is where I am starting on Playing with Jacks. And again, I've put down 5 days of stitching, and we'll see where I'm at the end of 5 days. And like I said, it doesn't mean I can't do more. That's the minimum. And then this, can you see a theme here? This is also stitched on Vintage Country Mocha in 32 count. One of my, I really like Vintage Country Mocha. I think it is a great fabric for oh so many pieces. So Yeah, that when I don't know what to stitch something on, I end up pulling that. So vintage country mocha again. Okay, so that's what's called for Whip Go for me for January. The other thing that I am going to do in January, in fact, today's the day, February 2nd, Michelle Bendy Stitchy and I are going to sell a waffle lot, which came in our Black Needle Society Date with Your Stitching box. So if you got one of those Black Needle Society boxes and you've been looking at this thing, today's your day. Join us. I've got my flosses here. I have some white 32 count Belfast antique white linen, and I am putting it in the project bag that came in our Black Needle Society box. So, yep, with that fabulous quote by Jane Eyre, I am no bird and no nest ensnares me. So, today I'm going to have a new start. Michelle and I, we would love you to stitch this with us. And our hashtag is going to be a waffle lot Sal. So hashtag it away, and we can check on each other's progress on Instagram, right? That'll be fun. So I've got a new start planned for today. And then the other thing that I've got planned as a new start for my birthday, new start on, let's see if I can grab it without throwing things to the floor. Made it. I am going to start my Owl Forest kit that my husband gave me for Christmas. And I checked, and I have got a hashtag for this as well. I'll put all these hashtags in the show notes for you. And it's going to be Robin's Owl Forest B-Day Sal. Super long, right? Got to make it as long as possible so it'll take you forever to type it in. But Robin's Owl Forest B-Day Sal. So if you have got an Owl Forest you've been dying to start, or you've got one you're working on and maybe it's languishing, join me in on Owl Forest. So this is another one that I'm going to focus in on this month in February. Okay, so those waffle, Owl Forest, those are the only two starts I have planned right now. But that does not mean that there won't be other things. You know, inspiration strikes, right? Oh, and you know what? I'm a liar, pants on fire, because there is another one. I am going to start the Stitching Book Club Pride and Prejudice Sal, and I think that starts on the 13th of February. So that's coming up too. So I actually do have 3 new starts planned for February. Yikes, I got lots of good stitching ahead of me, right? Okay. What else, you guys? What else? How about a little haul? Can you believe it? I had so much haul last week it was embarrassing, and I have just the teeniest bit of haul today. So let me reach over here and show you what I've got for haul. The first thing I've got is from Color and Cotton. They had some fabric grab bags on their website, and I don't know if they're still there, but I ordered 2 grab bags. And the first grab bag, I just told them I wanted linen, so I have no idea. They are not labeled. I don't know what size these are. I'll have to count them out, but here is my first grab bag. Isn't that beautiful? That is screaming for some sort of an Easter or a Halloween stitch on it, don't you think? So that is my first one. I'm super stoked about that. And then the second one, because I was a greedy pig and I ordered 2, right, is these 3, which are just yummy. Look at these 3 colors. Yep. And again, I don't know what their names are, and I don't know what their counts are yet, but you know, these will stitch some cute little smalls on them, and I definitely see some Easter things on these beautiful blues and that light purple. Isn't that pretty? So that was part of my haul. And then the other thing that I did was I went to my local, I mean really local, L&S, Threadneedle Street in Issaquah, Washington, because I did not have the fabric for a waffle lot. I got fabric all over the place here, but I did not have a white fabric. So I had to go up there yesterday. And while I was up there, I found some Bent Creek, and we all know how much I love Bent Creek. So these are, they're calling them Bent Creek Classics. And so these appear to be charts that they're reprinting. And those just couldn't have been cuter. I couldn't leave those behind. And then I have seen this over and over again on FlossTube, and I could not leave that behind. So I picked up 3 Bent Creek charts, and I picked up 32 count raw natural linen. So that was my haul. I you know, I can't leave the Bent Creek behind. Yeah, we all know I couldn't do it. So that was my haul. Just, you know, just a little teeny tiny bit. It wasn't as bad as last video. And that's pretty much my stitching wrap up, my stitchy plans, my haul, and a quick book recommendation for you guys if you need a book to read. I just got done finishing A Giver of Stars by Jojo Moyes. That's the first Jojo Moyes I have read. She's wildly popular. I don't know how I have missed the bandwagon on reading her books, but A Giver of Stars was fantastic. I listened to it on Audible. The narrator was divine. So if you're an audiobook fan, the audiobook was great. So Jojo Moyes, A Giver of Stars was fantastic. In fact, one of you suggested that to me, and thank you. I thoroughly loved it. Now I need to find a new book to read. Yay! I love that problem. Okay, you guys have a fantastic week. I hope you get time to stitch, that things are going well for you. Things are going okay around here right now, so hope that continues, right? All right, I will see you next week. You stitch happy, and I will see you later. Okay, bye guys.